Thank you, next Kerala High Court.
Thank you, Anusha.
Thank you, Sachin.
I request Thank you, Kiran. Professor Aital, Professor Vishwanath, the other faculty members, Mr. Sharad JAVALI, who is responsible for this MOOT court competition. Equally, younger generation is son, Mr. K. and all the participant students. It was, at the outset, I must thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity of my sacred dream, sitting in Supreme Court with Chief Justice of India. Today I had that opportunity, though it is in a mock court, and with a legal luminary like Justice Khare. It is something unique experience you have to. I thank the organizers for the same. Now, so far as the competition is concerned, General, yesterday I have talked with you. I have gone through your memorandums also. Excellent work done. Preparations. I just told one of the competitors, is your gestures. They are important. The gesture she made, this is a derogatory gesture. This is younger generation. I find even my daughter's sons using it. I always say, no, don't do that. Don't do that when you are in presence of courts. It comes automatically. Except that, this is what yesterday I was saying, better manners. That impresses judge. Suddenly your bad gesture would be take us back. Otherwise, of course, both the sides, both the teams, excellent preparation. The best team may win. I am very much impressed by the preparations and the
Thank you, sir. Today's chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice V.N. Khare, former Chief Justice, Supreme Court of India.
Dignitaries at the dais, dear friends, and all the participants to the 17th CSC JAVALI Memorial National MOOT Court Competition and other friends. I first thank to Mr. JAVALI, who has I am coming first time to Dharwad. He asked me to be here to encourage the boys here in the matter of the court that is going on, and I accepted it because it is my now duty to any kind of help or cooperation that I can extend to the people, to the society and the young people who are here. So I've seen today the arguments of the students, and it was excellent, and I hope that qualitative that will reflect upon on their future career. But the one thing that I find, not only here but everywhere in the country, I find the first thing that comes after you pass out from the college, how to deal with your client, how to prepare your case, how to draft a petition, how a presentation to be done, that is absolutely under decline. So now the time has come that apart from that, you train a boy to argue, a student to argue a case in a court of law. That's one thing. But what is going to argue when he doesn't know the case, his case? What is his pleading? Today I witnessed that some boys argued beyond their pleading, contrary to the pleading. So the foremost thing is that when the client comes, most of the rural area here, the clients are illiterate. How to gather facts from them? I am telling you my story that it was my first brief. There was an illiterate motor operator, private motor operator. He came to my senior that, sir, I want to file a petition against the realization of toll tax. The only document he brought was the receipt of the toll that was received. My senior could not understand. He instructed me, look, it is your first brief and go and do it. I have heard the name of toll all right, but I did not know there is a toll act also. So then I had to work on it. Then I put many questions, but he was elected, so he took me to Muzaffarnagar, that place, notorious place where things are happening. And then I met his local lawyer, and then he told me, I made a search of Gazette notification. When the toll is fixed, it is notified in the Gazette. And one provision is toll tax is after the cost is recovered, the toll becomes free. Tollless, now no toll can be charged. So I sat down and gathered all the facts, from what date the toll was started, how many vehicles were passing and repassing, and how many costs have been got. Ultimately it was found they have realized double the cost which was put in construction. Then on that strength I filed a petition. Ultimately I succeeded. So these are the things which one is required to gather. When the client comes, you have to analyze the facts of the case. You have first thing your paramount is that a case analysis. The first thing is that you analyze the cases. Chronological order, you put the facts. Then it comes to that after analysis is done, then you should go for the research work. Research work comprises that whether the order is passed within the parameters of the Act, whether there could be procedural, it could be substantive. So you have to find out fraud with the matters. And then after research, then you find out what is the authority for the proposition that you are going to take in your petition. Because that is what is going to stand in the petition, the court. If you have not taken that, you will not be permitted to argue anything other than what has been raised. Then after you find a binding precedent on this question, then you draft a petition. Just before coming, I was talking with Mr. JAVALI on this subject, that the art of drafting is very. So I will request that you please, you people, after passing that, the first thing you will confronted with the drafting of the petition, because this is the petition on which you will be arguing before the court of law. If any stand you have not taken, you are not permitted to argue. Although in the name of substantial justice, sometimes the court does permit to argue a case because a person should not be prejudiced because in absence of any pleading in the case. Therefore, I think these are the things. I will request you that you organize another competition to this effect, that you give a case to the party and ask him to analyze the facts and make a research, binding research precedent, and draft a petition. That way, apart from argument, this should be another competition for that. I think that would be when you encounter with the client. Most of the client doesn't know. Every lawyer is not. Then these are my suggestion, my advice to the young people who are doing law and intend to enter in this profession, that these are the things to be observed while drafting is very, very paramount. Secondly, what I say that whatever you have studied up to now, in fact, your study start anew. I may tell you about me. I was never a good student. Only I used to read 1 month or 2 months and I used to pass. Most of my time was spent in the games. But once I once I passed out my law examination, my father took me to a senior. He said that if you want to practice with me or practice in the court, you have to report me at 8 a.m. in the morning and I will leave you at 10 in the night. If you are prepared to do this much, but then you do it, otherwise get some employment or something like that. So I did. I had to go by bicycle, not by auto or public transport, by bicycle 7 kilometers, 6 kilometers. In the winters, in the rainy season, in the summers. For 3 years or 4 years I have been going like that. So real study starts when you enter in the profession. The study which you have studied in the college has become, that is not very fruitful while in a practical life. So the hard work is just like Amitabh Bachchan says in the Crorepati, your time starts now. So the moment you join the profession, your time starts for deep study, and that will continue to your life or career. Of course, first up to 40 of years, my experience is that up to 40 years, you can put more, you have more energy, you can do. Otherwise, after 40, there are many commitments, social relations, all this, you get lesser and lesser time. So all the young people up to 40, they should acquire as much acquire knowledge as much as can. No one can be, law is an ocean. No one claims that he knows everything. I don't know many things. Every day I learn something. What I know is something in an iceberg. So I will request all this, advise all these young people who are intending to join that they should start studies and at least devote time. Whenever you get time, whenever you get off time, then you try to read the judgments of the Supreme Court, other courts. You are blessed that you got, by new technology, you can, in your home you can get all the cases. In my time I have to go to the bar library, sit for 5 days, 4 hours, 5 days, note down the case and then come back. English reports, All England report, Law Quarterly Review, that was my hobby that I used to study. On Saturday, one day I may tell you, I read a book, case law, the question, House of Lords case, that a question arose whether arbitral award can be challenged by a petition under Article 226. The settled principle is that it is not amenable to the jurisdiction because it's a private it's an award. But in that case, Lord Goddard said that no, because this arbitration is a part of the schedule of the Act and arbitration is under the schedule, therefore is amenable to the jurisdiction. So similar question was being argued before the Chief Justice and R.S. Pathak and Desai was an ICR judge. The counsel for ONGC was arguing and the judge was pounced upon how this writ petition is maintainable. So he was throwing. So then I stood up and I put here that recently a decision has come in your favor, you look into it. Then that lawyer told the court, yeah, my young friend is telling me there is a decision in my favor. Then Chief Justice pounced upon me, started saying, which judgment you are referring to? You have come yesterday and now you are telling us the case law? Then I told the court, if you give me the liberty to go to your lordship's court, I can get that. I went, find out that case, given to them. On that strength, the writ was admitted. Since then, that lawyer used to give me 10 rupees per ruling. Whenever he was an aged man, so he said in the evening, telephone me what is the law on the point, what is precedent. I used to give me 10 rupees. So when other lawyers also knew that I am passing on this citation, everybody is asking me what is the ruling on this point. I said to give me 10 rupees. So this is how you develop your knowledge, you develop your thing. And I'm 100% convinced that if anyone thinks that I have to become Chief Justice of India or Attorney General, he can become. Even he is a second divisioner. I am so much convinced. But provided you have to work very, very hard for that. You have absolute good conduct, good character, display all the good things in your life. And in my life, I've never seen the sunset. The hard work that I put in. And the people who were much ahead to me in the class, they were getting first class and first division, all these, they were left behind. So it is not that what you read in the class is the parameter of your success in the future. Your success in the future is the hard work that you put on your profession. So anyone among yourself, somebody will be Chief Justice, somebody will be Judge, somebody will be Attorney General, somebody will be Advocate General, somebody will be... But it is such a race, 100 meters everyone is running. At least in a class there are 100 boys, but here there are 3,000, 5,000. Go to the Bangalore High, there are thousands of lawyers are there with equal brain, equal talent, everything is there. How one succeeds and one does not? It is because of the hard work that you put in. There is no substitute of hard work, and there is no shortcut for success. If anyone who gets hard success, sometimes you say this man by a short has got it, but is not going to very long. He will always fall down. So it's no shortcut. Put your fully labor and sure the thing that is your mind, what is your object. If your object is to become Chief Justice, your object is Advocate General or politician or whatever stream you want, you can acquire it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You truly inspired us. And now, Dr. C. Rajshekar, Dean Faculty of Law, Karnataka University, Dharwad, will now make his presidential remarks. Sir, please.
Today's function, Justice V.N. Khare, the guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Bannur Bhatt, Principal K.R. Aital, Vishwanath, and all the dignitaries who have assembled here. It gives me immense pleasure on this occasion to stand before you and congratulate all the mooters who since yesterday put in excellent performance. We all have seen the great performance by some of the mooters, and